The infamous Kathy Weaver.
How are you, Miss Emily?
Good. And the infamous Alan Raceman. Let's
Hey,
raise a glass.
Excellent. So glad that you're here. This is always a fun time in the neighborhood for sure.
And hi, Edwin. And Patricia. Linda. Ooh, I like Linda's background. And Patricia's.
Absolutely.
Emily, you're just the coolest robot I ever saw.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Robot talk, which is extra cool. Yeah, which is extra cool. All right, we're going to get started in just a second. Super excited to have you here today because it's always a fun day in the neighborhood when we get to go to co-host training, and Edwin is our trainer.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's always fun when Edwin's here.
Absolutely.
Or anybody in the Happy Neighbor Project for that matter, but for sure, Edwin.
Seriously, absolutely. That is the most fun of all. All right, Alan.
A big birthday boy from a few days ago.
Absolutely. Have you had several meetings already today, Alan?
Yeah. I talked to one of your co-op invites just before this.
See there, I had a feeling that that was the rest of the story. So we love the co-op continues to grow, that's for sure. Debbie Miller wants in. Shall we let her in?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
No, I should not let her in.
All right. I just wanted to check.
I have had 0 meetings since the beginning of the day. So
Right.
this is
Yeah,
my first
we don't
meeting.
believe that for 1 second, Edwin. We don't believe that for 1 second. If it's Monday, it must be meeting day. We know that rule.
All
Yeah,
right.
good. Yeah. Hi, Edwin.
Hey, Emily, how are you?
Good. Did you have a fun birthday a few days ago?
No.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew I had a birthday, you know?
Right.
I
believe that.
I just kept it to myself, you know.
Uh-huh.
I am one of those reclusive kind of people, you know. I'm very shy. So
Yes.
I don't talk about birthday. I just keep it to myself, you know.
Mhm.
Actually, the only person I told was Scott, you know. And I
Yeah.
told him to keep it a secret. So we were.
And I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. He only told a few thousand of his favorite people, and here we are.
And just a couple Ks, yeah.
That's right.
But I think that's a good place to start. I just want to say thank you to all of you one more time. It definitely was awesome. I already talked to my staff and to the mentors. I actually sent the halftime video to my mom, and she was so excited. I mean, she was like, okay, let your people know that I'm dancing as I watch this video. You know?
Aw, super sweet.
Yeah, so that was very good. She's 93 years old, and it's such a blessing. I mean, honestly, I was just talking with her earlier today, and I said, you know, you're climbing the stairs. We need to do something about it, you know. She said, no, I think it's kind of good exercise. You know, she's on the second floor, you know, of the building. So she climbs steps, you know. I said, no, I think we need to do something about it. She said, no, you know, I think it's a good exercise. I'm like, okay.
That is a great attitude. That's probably why she's still here at 93.
Yeah, so it's a blessing, totally. All right, so let's do this. I think everybody here know each other. Would that be a good assumption or no?
I haven't met Ian yet.
No, that's from yesterday. We are talking about today.
Oh, I thought we were talking about tomorrow. Okay, I'm sorry. I got confused.
Oh, okay. So wait a second, but we're on Sunday right now, though, Ian, right? Sunday?
Oh, you can be on it whatever day you want.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody here looks like we're all friends.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go through some very, very quick announcements so we can get that out of the way. So I think we have to start with the top of the day kind of announcement, which is our revenue share that is happening May 19th. I hope every one of you here have registered already, and you're also inviting people to come. It's kind of like a really good event to invite people to, because most people don't just go to share revenue meeting. You know, there's kind of like a bourgeois to it. You know, you're going to a quarterly share meeting. You know, it's kind of like you have millions of stock or somewhere, but you have millions of points. You know, so that counts too. You know, but so please let everybody know it's open to everyone. People are still asking, you know, send email to support. Is it just for share members? You know, no, it's not for share members, and it's not even only for free members. It's for everybody. Anybody, you know, can come and just kind of watch us. So please spread the word. So that's the first thing. The second thing, on the same day, you know, and I'm kind of going down on that day. So 1 p.m. is share revenue. That's California time, which is 3 p.m. Central, and then it's 4 p.m. Eastern, okay? Then if we go 1 hour before that, no, 2 hours before that, we have our worldwide, right? Okay, so everybody knows that. And then we go 1 hour before that. If you are a Verify Happy business, we have a special seed networking just for Verify Happy business. And of course, if you are a captain, you are invited because you fall into that kind of category, okay? So that's the seed networking. And then on Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, again, 6 p.m. East Coast time, Sean is coming to conduct the Elevate Your Business. So if you have not registered for that, you definitely want to do so. He's coming really prepared. I just chat with him again, maybe an hour ago, not quite an hour, maybe half an hour ago. So he's very juiced about that. And all of these things, folks, you go to hmpabc.com/class, and all of these, you know, all these meetings are there. And of course, you also receive your newsletter. You got the co-host newsletter today, you know. So yeah, thank you, Patricia. And the classes are there also. Now, Kathy, my tech person has some idea why you may not be getting in. So we kind of play with that after this or sometime, you know, I'll send you some message, okay? But it just kind of occurred to me right now. Okay, so that's Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time is Sean coming Elevate Your Business. Then on Tuesday, some of you know Athena. So Athena is coming at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. East Coast for Zoom Mastermind. She always comes with some new nugget of what's happening since the last time you guys saw her. So this time it's not going to be any different. You know, it doesn't matter whether you have Zoom or you don't. You want to come to the class to have a better understanding how Zoom Enterprise can really help your business. And here is the part that I like about it. Emily is very correct. Athena is awesome, you know. So here is the part that I like about it. If you have any question about Zoom, you know, maybe you're using Zoom, something is not working, or you would like something to be working or something, that's the kind of class you bring it to, and she's very cool in answering those questions. Okay, so we talk about Friday, we talk about Thursday, and then we talk about Tuesday, and now we talk about Monday. I think some of you, when you get out of here, you're going to the posting party, right? How many of you like posting parties? Okay, awesome, yeah. And so there's a lot of activity going on in our community, okay? You know, so just kind of engage, you know, in the process of all of this stuff, okay? All right, cool. So let's see now. Kathy, let's see. Anything else that you just want to share real quickly before we get, you know, dive into what we're going to be talking about? No?
We've got another busy week in the neighborhood, Edwin, and it starts right now. So absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, so talking about busy, we have a Zoom promo that is going on, okay? A Zoom promo. So that way you get 150 points if you help anybody sign up for the Zoom Enterprise, okay? 150 points. And for every time that you sign up somebody, you are entered in the Happy Wheel. Okay, and then we're going to draw the Happy Wheel on June 2nd. June 2nd, and the winner will receive 1,000 points. Okay. All right. So that's a very big deal. Okay. So again, which kind of people use our Zoom Enterprise? Everybody, right? But specifically, if they do a lot of Zooming, okay? If they store a lot of videos, even if they just store like 2 or 3 videos, they already need a Zoom Enterprise. Okay, I don't know, how you guys do your meeting. Like this meeting we are right now, because of the number of people here, by the time it's finished, it's almost like 3 to 4 gigabytes of storage, Okay, so unlimited storage is our call to fame, okay? Where you store everything in cloud, you can give people access to it and all of those good things. So that's still going on. Please don't only talk to people within our community. If you're up about networking with someone or they're doing one-on-one with you, ask them if they are using free Zoom or if they are paying for it. Because if somebody is already paying $14.99 for the Pro Zoom, they can just upgrade very easily to the Enterprise and they'll be in a world of difference. Okay, it will be like a person that used to use like a Beetle. How many people know Beetle? Like Volkswagen Beetle. Anybody? Nobody know Beetle? Oh my. Golly, am I dating myself or what? Okay, so what is a small car right now? See, Lenora is nodding her head. I'm dating myself, right? Thank you very much. Okay, so what is a small car right now? Who can tell me what's a small car? Anybody please help me out? Small car.
Hey, Volkswagen Bug.
Okay, Volkswagen Bug. Okay, everybody know that one? Volkswagen Bug?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so if you get to choose between a Volkswagen Bug and a Rolls Royce, which one would you choose?
Depends on what color the bug is.
Okay, whatever color you choose.
Okay, still go with the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, even if you don't like Rolls Royce, you can at least go sell it and buy a few Volkswagen Bugs, right? Okay, so that's really the difference between a Pro Zoom and an Enterprise Zoom. It's that different. It's that significant. Okay, and it's one of those things you don't know what you don't know until you know. So there are people who are just using the free one or the Pro one because they don't know about the Enterprise. So anyway, enough about that. That's a special that is going on. There's something else that's going on in the neighborhood. Can somebody help me out?
I wonder if it's orientation class on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Debbie that teach that class or is it Patricia?
I think all of us teach it together.
Oh, okay. That's why it's so popular in the neighborhood. Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
So again, orientation, those of you who already attend orientation, I give you a round of applause because you get to know all the up-to-date information. Okay, you get all the up-to-date information, okay? You get to be able to identify the newest person in our community, so you get to be able to do one-on-one with them before everybody else rush that person, okay? That's what the orientation is. And we want you to continue. You get 50 points every time you come. And so just continue to come. But as co-host, it should be one of the first things you ask anybody that you meet as co-host. Because guess what? The more people are familiar with HMP and the Happy Co-op, the more they are going to be attending our meeting. So if you come across somebody, the first thing you should say, hey, have you attended the orientation recently? And if they say no, oh my goodness, you can't believe what you are missing, okay? And then make sure they come to the orientation and even let them know, hey, I'm going to join you there also. So please, you cannot, miss out on orientation. And then we have Club 100. When is the Club 100 happening? Anybody know? Yes.
It's the first and third Tuesday of every single month at 5:30 Pacific time PM.
Exactly. Now, Club 100, okay, this is the definition of Club 100, okay? The Club 100 is designed for anybody that's committed to signing up 500 or more people in a very short time. And Patricia, where you are between your hands. And what did I say? 500 or more, right?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Okay. But is that true to some extent? No?
Mm.
Oh, that's just for Allen and Sid?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. That's why it's called Club 100, right? You commit to doing 100 or more. Okay, there we go. All right. I don't know. My brain was switching 1 to 5. That's what was happening. Okay. But here is the thing, though. It's, you don't have to do the 100. It's not like people, oh, what if I don't do 100? You don't get a happy citation for not doing 100. Okay. That's not what the happy citation is designed for. So, but the whole idea is that you're going to do the best you can to help us to grow. And talk about growth. How many are we right now in the core? Anybody?
We are exactly 4,024.
Wow. 4,000. So give yourself a round of applause. Okay, give yourself a round of applause. All right, thank you so much. And I'm hearing somebody say we're going to hit at least 4,050 before this Friday when we do the share
Whoa.
revenue. Huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think we are on track. Okay, cool. So that's all the announcement. So here in this meeting with me, first of all, you have an opportunity to ask any question that's related to cohort that you have. Any question, get it out of your mind, and let's just, because again, if you have a question that's going on, guess what? It could be beneficial to somebody else that don't even know they have that kind of question. Okay, or maybe they have the question, but they didn't really want to be bothered to ask. So any question, just raise up your hand, and you can raise up your hand like this, or you can go to the bottom, and I think it's called reaction, and then you can do like this. Raise up your hand like that. Okay, cool. So is it that the three of us just raise our hand at the same time, or what? Okay, I'm going to bring down my hand, okay? Wait a second, Kathy brought down her hand too at the same time?
You did.
Golly. All right, so Dennis, you have a question or comment, or you just giving an example?
I was doing all, but I actually do have a question for our beautiful co-host. I'm always looking for new ideas as to where we can invite people and share our awesome events at. So if anyone wants to give us an idea, I would love to hear it.
All right. And then you have an option. You can verbalize the idea you have, or you can type it on the chat, okay? Or you can do both. So anybody have idea? And I'm not talking about the posting party now. All of us already know that, right? So Denise, maybe you should phrase your question again. It seems like people do not understand your question.
Sure. So I was wondering how we can invite people to our events to, really expand our network of connections. And I know that sometimes I do post on Facebook and on LinkedIn, but I was wondering, does anyone else use any other avenues of inviting people?
Okay, anybody, first of all, anybody have any avenue?
Talk to a lady at church.
Okay, Patricia
Sunday?
said she talked to a lady at the church on Saturday. That's fantastic. Deborah?
I belong to a group that is of coaches and people growing a business. And I've asked permission from the person who runs the membership if I could present Happy Neighborhood Project to them.
That is awesome. All right, good job. So that's a really, for me, that's one of my favorite way of promoting HMP, just because I get invited to events and I use the opportunity to invite people to HMP. Yeah. Now here is the thing though. How many of you belong to your local chamber of commerce? Okay, I see Alan, I see Kathy. Is that it? Okay, I see Lenora. Okay, cool. All right, so here is what I'm going to suggest. And I don't know if it's true with all chambers, but most chambers will do this, okay? They will allow you to come and visit them at least once or twice. Actually, most chambers doesn't have limitation. Chamber, they will let you come into their mixer. Like locally here where we are, there are chambers, they have events that are free to members. And then sometimes they will charge very low, like $5 or $10 for non-members, okay? Okay, so, but most of the time they welcome non-members. Pick a local chamber of commerce and go and visit. I bet you if it's your first time there, then most people will just be brand new to you. And I'm telling you, you can definitely use this to increase your business. Now, here is my caution to you. And I hope you guys already kind of know this across board. If you go to any event and you just start talking about how you can sell people what you do, how many people are going to be excited to get to know you more? Yeah, Deborah, can you put that again up? Everybody look at Deborah's hand. Okay, that's the answer to that, okay? Nobody wants to be sold anything. Okay, and yet we all know that everybody buys something. Everybody buys something, okay? So then what is the difference? If they don't want to be sold, but they buy something, what's the difference? Is that they buy from people they like, they don't want to be sold, okay? So here is what I would suggest, and this is where HMP is awesome, okay? You are, as a co-host, can actually go into any of these chamber events and proudly introduce yourself as a co-host of HMP. Now, here is the little secret, okay? And we're going to keep this among ourselves, okay? We're going to keep this among ourselves, all right? A little secret, okay? How many of you will agree that when you say you are a co-host of Happy Neighborhood, that it actually sounds bigger than the role that you really play?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Okay. When you say you are a co-host of Happy Neighborhood Project, how many of you will agree that that actually sounds bigger than being a co-host of your event?
That's true.
I see Deborah, I see Kurt, I see Dennis, I see Kathy.
Mhm.
That's what we call something that have a very high perceived value. Okay, because in the back of their head, what do they think that a co-host does? A lot of work. When they hear Happy Neighborhood Project, they sound like a big company, right? And so this is why also, how many of you have already updated your LinkedIn page, your LinkedIn profile with your co-host of HMP? Okay, I see. I should see all the hands up though. If I'm not seeing, then you are missing out. Okay, because if you have not done so, you need to, because they actually will go through LinkedIn, because LinkedIn like when people change titles. They really do. When they update their profile, they will let everybody know. And a co-host with Happy Neighborhood Project is saying that you are a servant leader. And people like servant leader. They really do, for real. If I'm going to choose between a person that's trying to sell me something and a person that likes to volunteer for something, guess who I'm going to choose first? I'm going to choose volunteer first. I want to understand what is making them tick, why are they so generous, okay? And I know they will also be generous in their service to me if I buy from them. Okay. So again, if you have not updated your LinkedIn, please do so. But that's not the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is when you go to an event, like the Chamber of Commerce. Now, remember now, this is not only Chamber of Commerce event. This can also be true for like Toronto Mist event. It can be true for like Lions or Rotary, any civic organization, all these organizations allow people to come and visit them. If you don't know anybody that can invite you to come and visit them, guess what? Go online and Google the local chamber or local Lions or local Rotary Club or local Toronto Mace. Just type in civic organization and see how many civic organizations will come out in your neck of the woods. And then just email them, email the president or the chairperson or the secretary or something. They will be so happy to invite you. Of course, they will want you to become a member down the road, but that doesn't stop you from going there to introduce yourself. Now, why do you want to introduce, like, I am a co-host with Happy Neighborhood versus I am with this XYZ company? Anybody can help me out with that? Why do you want to introduce yourself as a co-host for Happy Neighborhood versus introducing yourself with your company? Anyone help? Open line, please. Yes, Kathy. Oh,
You're inviting them to an event instead of inviting them to buy something.
okay, so that's partially true. Okay, partially true, but you are kind of 2 steps ahead of me, okay? But that's kind of true anyway. Kathy is always ahead of me. Okay, Dennis, go ahead.
I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but I did want to say that when we say that we're a co-host for Happy Neighborhood Project, and then they look up Happy Neighborhood Project on LinkedIn and see that we have almost 8,000 followers, that's pretty huge.
Wow. Okay, now that's 3 steps ahead of me, okay? So anybody else that want to be at least in the same level, I mean, you guys are like just jumping way into the stuff, right? But anyway, here is what I'm saying. This is like the beginning. You can see what Kathy said and what Dennis said are like step ahead of me. My beginning basic step for introducing myself as co-host of Happy Neighborhood Project. Thank you, Lenora. Let's give Lenora a big clap. Let's give her a big clap. It is a conversation generator. We can't even get to inviting them to HMP if we did not start a conversation. We can get, they will not even be getting to be checking our LinkedIn page if we don't start a conversation. There are some people, you guys cannot believe it. There are some folks who go to a Chamber of Commerce event and they only go to hang out with the people they know. How many can relate to that? Do you know why they go hang out with the people they know? Because they are afraid they don't know how to start a conversation. They're afraid. They don't know how to start a conversation. So if somebody invited them there, they're going to hang out with that person throughout the whole night. Unless if the person who invited them have a lot of experience that can say, hey, let me introduce you to so and so, or let me introduce you to so and so, because they're not going to go do it by themselves. Now, let me tell you why it's like that. Okay, because as co-host folks, you guys have power. You have power. So in my book, when I wrote my networking A to Z book, so I share a story, and I still remember it very vividly, although the book came out like in the 90s, right? Okay. So how many of you, when you were growing up, that your parents told you not to talk to strangers? Hey, how many of you? Yeah, did they do a pretty good job, right? Because, hey, there are some strangers that do pretty bad things to little children, right? So you cannot blame parents for saying that. They hammer it into our subconscious not to talk to strangers. Okay, so here is a very tough question. I want you guys to process this before you respond, okay? Okay, this was actually the headline for my workshop back in the days, okay? Back in the days. How many of you, when you became an adult, that your parents call you and say, you know what? Now you can start to talk to strangers. Nobody? So you kind of on your own, right? You got to figure it out. So think about this. It's almost like a military training, right? Again, now folks, those who are in the military, please, help me out here. before you go into the military, they take you through some serious training, right? They almost like they break you down and then they mold you the way they want you to be, right? But when you're coming out of the military, how much of that do they do? You are on your own. So all this time, your parents is doing good job as a good parent. Don't talk to stranger. Don't take anything from stranger. And now you grow up, nobody says, hey, you can take a business card from a stranger. You are on your own. So is there any surprise why people go to events? They're like, okay, I'm not taking a business card from anybody because I'm told not to take anything from stranger. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think any one of us belong to a big enough family that we can grow our business within our family without talking to strangers. It just will not work. You will not grow. So at some point, we have to learn not only to talk to strangers, but to actually make it fun and exciting. Because when it's all said and done, guess what? The stranger is going to gravitate toward the person that make them feel good. So as a co-host, one of the power that you have, you can go to any of these events and bring out your hand and shake them and say, I am co-host with Happy Neighborhood Project. Now, it's a little trick I want to share with you guys right now, okay? Because some of you now might go and do that tomorrow, and then the person just shake your hand and nothing happened, okay? Because both of you are the same, and then the thing just froze, and then they're going to say, look at Edwin, that chief happiness officer lied to us, okay? There was no conversation out of this thing, okay? What happened here? So here is how you guarantee 100% that there will be a conversation, guaranteed. Now, if you go try this and it don't work, I'm giving you your money back, okay? No question asked, all right? Okay, so here is what you do. When you go to any of these events, you stretch out your hand. Most people will stretch their hand back. It's reflex action, okay? They don't even think about it. As your hand is coming out, their hand is coming out, okay? And they shake your hand and you say, I am a co-host with Happy Neighborhood Project. Now, 50% of the time, they're going to ask you, what is Happy Neighborhood Project? Okay, what is a co-host? Okay, and people are like, especially people that go to chamber events, they're kind of like outwardly people anyway, right? So you're kind of preaching to the choir, okay? So they're going to be like, what is it? Now, let's say they did not ask you. This is how you start a conversation anyway. You're going to look at them straight in the eye and you say, you are probably wondering about now, what is the co-host for Happy Neighborhood Project? Most people are going to say, yeah, what is that? Okay. And then you go ahead and you share. So either way, you can either start a conversation because as a co-host, you are doing something that you are excited about. This is something you are enjoying, you like to, you volunteering, right? And so when you start sharing that, people are going to gravitate towards you. Then the other thing is, towards the end, you can say, you're probably wondering now what I do. But I tell you what, why don't we have, Dennis, how do you say it? I'm trying to look at your stuff. Is it coffee date or something like that?
Virtual coffee.
Virtual coffee. But this now, since it's face-to-face, can be real coffee, right?
Yeah.
So you have the option. You can do real coffee or do virtual coffee. But in other words, what you try to do is don't get into what it is that you do. Let that be something that you're using to tease them, that will cause them to say, hey, I want to get together with this person. And then guess what? When you guys get together, you have plenty of time to tell your story and to get the relationship going. And then you can say, hey, but here is what I would do. I belong to this wonderful organization. You are welcome. You know, like I learned this from Alex. Don't just invite them to your event, okay? Because then they look at their calendar and they say, oh man, I have a standing event on that time. Really sorry, I cannot make it. And you just miss out. Instead, try to sign them up for free into the co-op and let them know the reason you're asking them to join the co-op is that in the co-op, it has a list of 48 plus events that they can choose from at their own convenience. Now, what have you just done, folks? Number one, you've just made a connection. Number two, you've signed them up for the co-op. Number three, you've opened them to all our meetings. There is no way, if they have a little interest, that they cannot find a meeting that fits their schedule. There's just no way, because there's too many meetings. And of course, you let them know that it's online meeting. What I just shared with you now, folks, not only would it help you to help us to grow your meetings and grow HMP and the co-op, but it also will help your business. Because guess what? You guys have exchange cards, you have their number, they have your number. And if they sign up for the co-op with you right then and then, how many of you can sign somebody up on the co-op on their cell phone? Anybody tried that before? Okay, let's try that as an assignment, folks. Now, here is the deal. Before you go to your event, make sure that you type in the happy co-op. No, don't even type in the happy co-op. No. Before you go to the event, go to the co-op back office, take your referral link, right? And then put it in your browser, okay? To open up the co-op. And it will have the overview and either log in on it already. Because guess what? People can sign up into the co-op using your own phone. They can sign up using their own phone. But if you make it so easy for them to sign up, they do it while you are still there. Because this, how long is a typical Chamber of Commerce event? Anybody? A typical mixer. How long is a typical mixer?
50 minutes or an hour and a half.
50 minutes to 90 minutes. Is that enough time to get one or two people to sign up for the co-op for free?
Mhm.
Yeah. And that is also a sign for you to know how engaged they are with you. Because you're kind of saying, hey, you know, okay, so here is a very good assumption. Very good assumption. That anybody that comes to a chamber mixer, would you say that that person likes to network? Yeah, that is already like a very good assumption. So if they like to come to a chamber mixer, do you think they would like to come to one of our 48 events? Yeah. And does it make sense to make it easy for them to be able to get to that event? Yeah. You know, and you are still happy that you haven't even talked about your business yet. And then you say, hey, I tell you what, let's have a visual coffee or let's have a real Starbucks coffee and we get to know more about each other. You remove the pressure that people have when they meet new people. Man, this person is trying to sell me. Oh, this person is too aggressive. You know, this person is in your face trying to sell. All you're doing right now is, I'm just trying to show you for free how you can have access to 48 plus events. And now they are saying, wow, this person is totally awesome. Man, did you see what you told me onto? Wow, you're like their favorite friend now. And then here is how you take it a step further, folks. A week from that day that you met them, a week from that day, you need to follow up. How many of you will agree that the fortune is in the follow-up? Yeah. You need to follow up. And what are you following up for? To check if they have attended any event in the HMP community. And if they have attended, you are going to have a pretty good reception. And if they have not, then you gently remind them or set up a one-on-one, to go and talk about business. In other words, folks, I don't want you to be rushing your business on people, because HMP provide you an opportunity to ease them into your business by starting with doing them a favor. And then if they like HMP, then they're going to like you because you like HMP and you have that in common. Is that fair enough? All right. Any questions? Yes, Patricia.
Hello, Edwin. I am giving a talk on Wednesday about networking. And I will have on my handout the address, and I will talk to them that they have learned XYZ from me today, and they can put it into practice today by signing up with HMP and going to networking meetings and practicing. Fingers crossed, we have more people pop in.
That's awesome. And how many people do you know that's teaching networking that have a community like this that they can just send their students to go and use to practice, And also too, Patricia, that just adds value to what you teach. It takes it from a pure theory, oh, would this thing work that she's teaching? So, whoa, let me try it to see, how this will work.
It's a gift. It's a gift that I'm giving to them from you.
Thank you very much. From all of us, especially from the board members, So yeah, is the day, folks. Start to think now, start to think, how many events do you go to on a weekly basis? Start to think. Now, you come here to build your relationship, and this is going to be long-term relationship, okay? But now you go to other events, but you use this as a leverage to bring them into your space. If everybody here go to one event this next week, and one person follow you to HMP, we've just brought in 15 new people into HMP. How cool is that? And you know that those 15 people will not only attend your event, they will attend movie lovers. They will attend, what are the pet lovers, They will attend it, and all of a sudden, they just spread out throughout our community. Okay. And that's just one person going to one event and bringing one person. And then out of those 15, who knows how many are going to become doing business with Patricia, even though she only invited one person. How many will do business with Denise or Marjorie? How many will do business with Debbie? Because that's the power of this collaboration stuff. Is that you bring in only one person, I bring in one person, the other person bring in one person, all of a sudden we are exposed to 15 people. What if we double that? Like you do that twice a month, not once a week now, but you do that twice a month. You go to 2 events a month, once each, that's 30 new people into our community just from this group alone. You can see your event starting to grow just from that effort. And yet, you're also growing your business. Denise, go ahead.
So I was going to say that I'm actually inviting, I have a one-on-one today with a couple who want to start a business and want to start to learn to network, much like what Patricia was saying. And so, also, let's think outside the box. Maybe we're only thinking, some of us might only be thinking of other entrepreneurs or business owners, but what about those 9-to-5ers who are maybe wanting to start a new business, wanting to learn what's out there, wanting to learn to network and grow their network so that when they are finally able to say, yes, this is what I want to do, they've already got a community.
Absolutely. Yes. So again, just again, committing to going to event. Now, here's the other thing. By being a co-host here, you have learned some of the ropes, you know, that there are some people who are shy. I don't think anybody is shy that is a co-host of HMP anymore. Maybe if you were shy when you came, you ain't shy anymore, right? Okay, so you're learning stuff that you can apply to other events. Okay. Now, very quick announcement, and maybe Kathy, you can help me with this, okay? We are coming up with a new event, right? Very new event, very different event, and we are calling it HMP Gives. Okay, HMP Gives. And so, do we have a captain yet, or no?
I don't know that he has been announced.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we'll keep it on announced for now then. All right. So there's going to be a captain. There's going to be 4 co-hosts, but they won't really be co-hosts. They will be like coordinator or something like that. Okay, all right. And the whole purpose is that these people are going to host a meeting that attract people that are non-profit minded. Okay. Non-profit minded. Okay, and the whole purpose, their responsibility as a group, they will meet once a month. Okay, they will meet once a month and they have fun, but come up with an idea for the whole community. So let's say, for example, they come up on the worldwide or the newsletter. I think it probably be worldwide. It might be the first worldwide meeting of the month or the last meeting of the month. We don't know all the details here. We are still working on it, okay? And then they say, hey, guess what? Our project for this next month, okay, thank you, Patricia. Our project for this next month is to go and do what? Serve meal, right? Or, you know, like, what are some of the examples we're talking about, Kathy?
Collect canned goods. We could also collect coats or scarves or mittens or gloves for people in need during the winter months.
Yeah, so they will pick a topic and then they will talk about it, come up with a step-by-step on how to do it, do some research, they brainstorm among themselves, and then they come up with a simple way that will help the rest of the community to embrace it. You know, so that way, every month we have something different as a community to do in our different neighborhoods, you know. So we want to encourage as many people to participate. And then if you take a picture or you do a video like HMP on the road kind of stuff, this will be under HMP Gives, and we're gonna like give you points. We have not finalized all those things yet, okay? But we're gonna put your video in our YouTube channel, and we're gonna have a playlist. I learned about playlists from Kathy, by the way. So we'll put a playlist there, and everybody can start to see where everybody goes. Now, like for example, this past weekend as part of my birthday, you know, I went to volunteering for the Boys and Girls Club, and we served like about 100 meals. Okay, you know, so, and I took pictures too, so things like that. So that's kind of where we are. All right, let's come back again. We hope that the co-host will help us. We're looking for new co-hosts for this one, okay? So when you are in your meeting, you know, ask people, hey, you know what? You work with nonprofit? Do you like nonprofit? Or do you like to be a co-host of this new HMP Gives? You know, encouraging them to fill out the co-host form anyway, okay? So that's kind of like where that is. All right, any question at all? Any question about the whole community, about HMP? Let's rock it.
And please consider HMP Gives Back being the newest member of our family as we call it. That's an opportunity for coordinators to be part of that. So everyone's invited to the once a month meeting, and the coordination team will probably meet a couple times a month to decide what that particular HMP Gives Back subject will be for that particular month or quarter, depending upon the size of it. So this is an opportunity for all of us to be part of it. And so when you say we need co-hosts in a lot of different neighborhoods, we really, really do. But the best news is, think about the very first time you were at an HMP event and somebody said, we need co-hosts in some of our other teams. And you were just on that fence going, you think I could do it? You think I should try? you think I should apply to be a co-host? And the next thing you know, here you are. And you're rocking it, by the way. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this particular meeting. And we not only need co-hosts, but it really is an opportunity to grow. And for me, it's been an opportunity to network with other professionals. So I really do hope that you'll consider that. If you know someone that would not be comfortable with an every single week co-host duty, if they were a coordinator once a month for H&P Gives Back, that might be a great fit for them. If their schedule doesn't allow them to meet once a week, a once a month commitment might be more up their alley. And we're always looking for brand new outside the box people. So please consider that as well. Edwin, I don't know if even you understand the gift that you have given us on a daily basis. My friends, when you think about Meetup, okay, I have a Meetup account. It costs, I think, $90 a quarter. I can't remember, but it's about $90 a quarter. What would happen if we charged $5 for orientation? What would happen if we charged $5 for every meeting you go to at Happy Neighborhood Project? What would happen if we charged $10 every time you attended worldwide? Wow. But Edwin charges $0. So the answer is, how many groups do you go to? Just like your Chamber of Commerce mixer. In my area, the annual dinner is $100 just to go to the annual chamber event. And so when you think about those kind of things, and you think about H&P being free and the co-op is free, we are giving a gift to every single person that we network with to expand the world to them. This call right here, look around, is international. So we have an opportunity to give them a gift for free networking. And I really hope that you'll emphasize that, because it really is true.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Give yourself a round of applause, because guess what? Without you, we cannot do this. You know, can you imagine me trying to host 48 meetings a week? I will not be Chief Happiness Officer anymore. I will be Chief Unhappiness Officer, you know?
You would be Chief Exhausted Officer.
Chief Exhausted Officer. You know? And when I show up to like halfway through the meeting, and people say, hey, yeah, it comes, and they'll just quickly jump off.
Why is he sleeping?
You know, so your role definitely make this work, and please, let's expand it. Use that bragging right to say, hey, I am a co-host with Happy Neighborhood Project. Use it as a conversation generator, and use it to open people up to H&P. Now, one last thing that I would say, I will just kind of quickly say where everybody kind of come from, or event that you host, okay, real quick. But what I want to say is, as you do your co-hosting, please, if you identify a new person that came to visit your meeting for the very first time, I think as co-hosts, you guys know who is new to your meeting. And so maybe among the co-hosts, you should quickly decide who is going to welcome this person, you know, and follow up with that person to say, hey, we noticed that you are new, you know, after the meeting now, you know, you have the, everybody copy the chat, so you got their information in the chat. And if they are a new person, maybe you give them an opportunity to quickly introduce themselves, so they know that everybody knows they are new, right? If you have time towards the end of your meeting, but one of the co-hosts do need to follow up with that new person to say, hey, you know what? I'm just checking. I noticed you were new to our event. We want to thank you for coming, and wanted to check to make sure that it was worth your while, you know. And if you're going to come back again, you know, I think people like that extra touch. And then you may also say, hey, if you would recommend it to somebody, you know, so that's kind of like stuff, okay? So then this is just put the posting party in the chat. If you are not registered for that yet, click on that. And I know that it will be exciting for you guys to be joining the posting party immediately after this. We have less than 6 minutes before the posting party. How many of you like your newsletter today? Okay. How many of you did not receive your newsletter today? Okay, is it that, you know, you did not get it or you did not check yet? Okay, all right, so there's so many hands. Okay, all right. So
it was sent.
So let's give Kathy a round of applause. She's the one that's behind the newsletter. Okay, so especially the picture. How many of you like your picture that is showing the newsletter?
Just so you guys know, it's Kathy K that Edwin is talking about, not Kathy Me.
Not Kathy
Thank you,
W.
Kathy.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Thank you, Kathy, for doing that.
All right, so we've got less than 5 minutes, okay? In that less than 5 minutes, I just want you to really quickly say, everybody know your name. We are seeing it on the chat, so you don't even really need to tell us your name, okay? So just tell us which event you coordinate or which event you co-host. Okay, I'm going to start with, everybody know Kathy. Okay, Kathy, let's start with you because you are the first on my stuff here. So, well, real
Kathy
quick.
Me.
Which
Yeah.
Kathy?
Kathy W.
Okay.
We're both kind of Kathy W's, but
Oh my goodness. Whew, okay,
I'm
let's say
Kathy Winfield King.
no, CW.
Yeah, CW. All right. I get to help with Midwest Ladies and Iowa and Girls Night.
Fantastic. Dennis?
Yes, I get to help with SoCal, Southern California, Movie Lovers, and Girls Night.
Fantastic. Ian?
Lunchtime today and 3 hours the Australian morning tomorrow and speed networking the next day.
Fantastic. Debbie? Debbie Hayes?
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry, Arizona, 10 a.m. Wednesdays. Right, Pacific. I'm a co-host.
Okay, thank you very much. Emily?
All right, HB Wisconsin, Minnesota, Tuesdays at 2 Eastern.
Debbie Miller?
I'm with Happy Neighborhood Project Midwest Ladies, Thursdays at 11 o'clock Central Time.
Fantastic. Deborah?
It takes this afternoon, 1 p.m. Central on a Wednesday.
Fantastic. All right, let's see. Ian?
You've already done me.
Oh, I did you already. See, the thing is moving, you know. Catherine, KK.
Hi, I am Mrs. Kathy King, and I am the co-host for West Coast Women.
Fantastic. Cut.
With Wisconsin, Minnesota, I always say I won at 1 Central.
Lenora?
West Coast Women on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific.
Fantastic. Marjorie? Whoa. We had Michigan. Is it Michigan? Okay, we can't hear you. You just, we can't hear you.
My microphone plays games with me. What can I say?
Okay.
Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern Time in Michigan, and the use of graphics in the newsletter was fabulous.
Fantastic. All right. Melinda?
Thank you so much. I captain for South Florida every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and Hawaii at 1 p.m. Pacific, West Coast Women, 2 p.m. Pacific, and speed networking first and third Wednesdays with Ian. We have fun.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound like she's busy, but she is, okay? All right, Erin?
Travel Lovers on Tuesdays.
Fantastic. Did I touch everybody? And the answer is yes. All
Denise,
right. So
where's Denise from?
yeah, Denise say it again. She did say, but go ahead, Denise.
I am from New York, and I co-host on Thursdays, Southern California, and Movie Lovers and Girls Night.
Fantastic. So again, you get to know each other, please. If you have not done one-on-one with folks yet, try to do so because that's how you strengthen the relationship among the co-hosts. And I just want to say thank you all for what you do. Really, we cannot do what we do without you guys. So I hope you join the posting party because Kathy left already. That tells me posting party starts right now.
Woohoo!
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much, guys. Stay safe and stay happy. Hope was this beneficial though? Let me quickly see a hand up. Was it beneficial? Okay, cool. All right. Awesome.
Edwin, I'm sharing the co-host newsletter link for them to sign up because it
Okay,
was
those
sent-
who don't receive their co-host newsletter, click on that chat that Kathy just put there.
Yeah.
And use it to sign up, so we'll make sure you get the newsletter.
Yeah, because it's the newsletter was sent out. I don't know why. Check your spam or something if you didn't receive it because it's there.
Yeah, and if for some reason you didn't get it after checking spam, please go ahead and fill the form, and maybe we can put your name into the system again. Okay.
Yeah, well, I have it going directly into our newsletter system. I did it that fast.
Fantastic. All right, folks. Thank you very much. I know Kathy is waiting for you guys. Go have some fun. Stay safe and stay happy. Bye.
Bye.
All right.